Hi, welcome to Journey to Hydroponics. In this video, we shall be growing tomatoes. The type of tomato we shall concentrate on is the tiny tin. This cherry tomato plant is perfect for container growing and in my case, in the balcony area of my condo where I have limited space for plants. Let's start with germination. As a standard practice, I always sterilize the coco peat medium that will hold the plant. I microwave the coco peat for 3 minutes, or you can pour boiling water instead. When the coco peat has cooled down, you can squeeze out the water and the coco peat should feel moist but not drenched. Use a container with drainage holes and fill it with coco peat, about 2 inches deep. Then make holes of about 5 millimeter deep and place one seed inside every hole. Cover the seeds and spray the coco peat with water. By the way, the water I use is tap water. The tap water has been left in an open container overnight to remove the chlorine through evaporation. Always treat your tap water this way with hydroponic gardening. Afterwards, I place some weights on top of the coco peat, so I'm using wood planks. The weights keep the seeds snuggled and pressed onto the moist coco peat during germination. Next, place the container in darkness. I like using a box for this. And in about 5 to 7 days of germination, you should see the start of the seedling coming out. When you see this, you can now expose the seedling to grow lights. They are too delicate for direct sunlight, so I use my indoor grow lights instead. Bottom feed the seedlings with water. Then, check every other day the moisture of the coco peat and bottom feed with water when it feels dry. The goal is to keep the coco peat moist with water until more leaves branch out. Now when you see about 4 leaves come out, this is the time you can bottom feed with half-strength nutrient solution. For example, if I need to use a cup of solution for bottom feeding, 1/2 of the cup is filled with nutrient solution and the other half is with water. Check out my video link in the description below, which describes how to mix your nutrient ingredients. The nutrient formula in the video is for basil, but it can also be used for tomatoes, lettuce, dill, peppers, and most leafy vegetables. As the tomato grows taller and develops more leaves, you can now transfer them into a 3-inch wide net cup. I use a 2-liter container which can accommodate the wide net cup. You will also notice that I cover the container with aluminum foil to prevent light or sunlight from penetrating, as this will eventually cause algae to grow, which will affect the plant's growth. When you transfer the seedling to the 3-inch net cup, you can now use the full strength of your nutrient solution. If the roots are still short, the nutrient solution is filled up to the edge of the net cup so that the coco peat remains moist for the roots. But if the roots are already long, like this example, the nutrient solution level is 1 to 2 inches below the bottom of the net cup in order to create some air gap. The air gap is needed for the top part of the roots, while the bottom part of the roots is for absorbing the solution. This hydroponic method is called the kratky method, and I use this method for growing all my vegetables at home. Let me share with you some maintenance tips for growing tiny Tims. If you see a leaf that doesn't look healthy, cut it out. If ever you see aphids like this on the leaves, get rid of them. Place a teaspoon of dishwashing soap on a liter of water and spray the top and under the leaves. You can do this twice a week until you have those bugs under control. Make sure you check the level of your nutrient solution. When the plants start to fruit, they get very thirsty, and you may find yourself refilling the nutrient solution every day. Don't let the roots dry up, because it will be very difficult for the plant to recover. Aside from mixing the nutrient solution, make sure you test the pH balance weekly. For tomatoes, the pH is between 5.5 to 7. You can play safe by maintaining a pH level between 6 to 6.5. Tiny Tims are stocky plants and grow to about 18 inches in height, and they do branch out. When they fruit, they become top-heavy, and the cocoa peat is not strong enough to hold the plant. You will need to use some kind of support, so I use chopsticks taped around the sides of the container to lift the plant up. And in some cases, I can do well by placing stones on the top of the cocoa peat. So now you know why the 3-inch net cups are better than the smaller net cups.